Shalom, call hello Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, which means all praises to Yahweh, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who you people out there ignorantly call God, Ba'ashem, in the name of Yahushua, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son. Plus, I'm gonna give a shout out to the Akim that's pushing and spreading the names, uplifting the names Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Also to the Israelite foreigners, the speckled bird out there whose bloodline traces back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all forefathers, though you may look like the heathen nations that you're scattered amongst. The heathen nations, as you see in this chart, is the nations starting from 2 on down. Also, as always, if your lineage goes back to these tribes on this chart through the man, and if your spirit bear witness with this word and this truth, and you can receive it to the speckled bird, man, woman, child out there, this does apply to you. You are Israelites, okay? Though you may look like the heathen due to the scattering of these 12 tribes, okay? Because we're going to have, Israelites that look like the other nations, okay? To the few sisters, once again, that do listen, learn, shalom. To the elect of the nation of Israel, wherever you may be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, who this word is going out to, shalom to you as well. To you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, you are combined, consist, and make up, as you see in this chart, the 12 tribes of Israel. You are the Hebrew Israelites, the chosen people, the Most High Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, who you can call Jesus Christ once again, Yahweh Shah. And yeah, I had played this clip right here. As you know, you got the whole, Miss Universe thing or pageant or beauty pageant going on, whatever it is. I didn't really pay attention to it until I saw this. And of course it says you had four so-called black women, okay? They all, won, okay? And I thought about it and I looked at it in the conspiracy. I thought about it, I said, this is showing, okay, that something new is coming, okay? That we're seeing a power shift or transitioning, okay? This is what you're seeing, okay? And it's happening in many different aspects, okay? But this, I had to do a video on it, okay? And, I'm gonna get the scriptures. And, let me see, cause this sort of event that happens on a yearly basis, I believe, this whole beauty pageant thing, usually the face. Let me get a scripture real quick before I just start rambling. This is Deuteronomy. I didn't put any scriptures together, so it might be all over the place, but let's see what the Spirit will guide me. This is Deuteronomy, right? 15. I always read that part. 28 and 15 says, "But it shall come to pass that thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." And I'm going to read probably 2 of them, right? Let me see if I can find it. There it is. This is the 37th verse, right? I started the 36. "The Lord shall bring thee and thy king which thou shalt set over thee unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and then shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone." What you see our people doing, they in these churches, they're serving like Islam, they're serving Buddha, they're serving mainly Christianity, which, that's the main problem right there, is Christianity, okay? But they serving all these other gods. But the point right here is right here. It says, "Thou shall be an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee." And that's what we've been, okay, coming into this captivity, right? Under the so-called white race, which they're the Edomites. Okay, they Esau Edom in the scriptures. Okay, and they called you black. You know, that's why when you saw videos, they call themselves black. But you so-called black women, right? You are the Judites. Okay, you are from the tribe of Judah, just like the so-called black man. Okay, as you see in the chart I pulled up. Okay, you're not black. That's actually a byword, because if you look up, you know, the characteristics of black is all negative. Then if you look up the characteristics of white, okay, it's all positive. And the so-called white man put that he, okay, was white to put a positive stigma on himself and put a negative stigma on you so-called Negroes or you so-called blacks, okay? When he's really the, if you think about it, he's really the black man, you're really the white people, okay? And you call yourself African American, which those are two so-called white men, okay? Scipio Africanus and Americo Vespucci, two Edomites. That's also a byword. They call us Afro-American, which that's madness, okay? And the same thing for you, Latin, okay, and Native American tribes, not to exclude you from that, okay? What you call yourselves, according to this society, is all, you know, bywords and proverbs, man, okay? They call you everything but who you really are, which is the 12 tribes of Israel from your particular tribe. Okay? And hold on. Very high. Let me see if I can find the other one. Um Yep. This is the 28 and 43. The stranger. That stranger is these heathens, but it's really chiefly Esau Edom. Okay? Because he's the main adversary when it comes to our nation. Okay? It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Okay? And that's what's happened. Okay? If you look at according to this society, okay, according to this world that we're in right now, who's on the bottom? The so-called Negro, Latino, Native American man, woman, and child. Okay? You are on the bottom economically, you're on the bottom, okay? Even like though we're stronger, we know our health, okay? Just everything in society, we're on the bottom, okay? And who's on top? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, okay? Including these other nations that's you know that was made an alliance, okay, to come up against the nation of Israel, according to Psalms the 83rd chapter. And for so long, he's white. What's been mainly Salaki. No, my head just messed up. But a prime example, right? You saw that video. If you go back decades ago, who was the prime, you know, beauty of these so-called beauty pageants? What was, according to this world, what's looked at as the most beautiful? Okay, when it comes to skin, right? So-called blonde hair, so-called not so-called blonde hair, so-called white skin, and blue eyes. That used to be the standard of beauty according to this world. Okay, that's why you see a majority of our women, especially with the Latin tribes, mainly the Latin tribes, but you see some of the southern kingdom do it too, right? They dye their skin as light as they could. You know, they put on their the race that they're on is white. Some of them will actually do that, okay? And they'll dye or they'll get their eye color changed to white because that's been pushed in society as the standard of beauty. But that's coming to an end, you know. Hold on, let me get Ezekiel 36. Let me see. Right, it's Ezekiel 36 and 1. It's kind of similar But it says, also thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy has said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are in our possession. They got our land, okay, which is the land of Israel, it's not Africa, okay. Our heritage, which we're getting that back, okay. These so-called Jew, okay, which are the tribe of Amalek, who are also Edomites, okay, the head tribe of the Edomites, they stole our nationality, okay. They have whatever is attached to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, original nationality, they stole, right? Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers, and are an infamy among the people, an infamy of the people, Slakia. Okay? But in this society, you tribes, you're the scum of the earth, okay? According to these other nations, okay? And they actually got mad, when those four so-called black women won, which they were beautiful, by the way, okay? The so-called black, Latino, Native American woman is probably the best woman on the planet. It's just on this side, a majority of them, okay, they've been westernized and they're going off, okay, and they're just demons, okay? But in their right mind, they are the most beautiful, okay, the best women on the planet, because we're Israelites. But what I was getting at, sorry for the ranting a lot, but what I was getting at is when you saw in the video when they asked, some people got mad, which was mainly Edomites, why you gotta bring race into it? Because they was upset because they won. It's because for so long these Edomites, they wanted you to think low of yourself. They wanted you to keep you, okay, in that low mindset, okay? You thinking that you weren't better, okay? You thinking that having you think that the way they look is the best way, okay? That's not the case, okay? We've been an infamy among these heathens, okay? Because this is Esau's world, but right? Let me see something real quick. Let me see. Bear with me real quick. But this is just another way to show you that this is the end of the Esau Edom's kingdom. Here it is, you not even looked at as a standard of beauty in your own kingdom. You even had I seen the Miss Sweden. She was an Edomite that won previously, I believe. If she did win, she came up and she kinda she was offended at that. Okay? She got offended at it. But it just shows you that you're through. Okay? But this is Zephaniah 3, because this came to mind when I seen this, right? Let me see. I'm gonna get to the point, right? This is Zephaniah 3 and 19. It says, behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will give them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. And you starting to see that. You're starting to see, okay, our people, it's not just the beauty pageant, but you starting to see our people in certain categories where you go back in the 60s, you go back just go back in the 20th century before. You see our people, okay, being looked at in a positive light, or being, widely glorified in certain things within this Edomite supremacy system, okay? They're being glorified, okay? And you're seeing who the certainly things that was set up by these Edomites that was made for them to be glorified being put to shame, okay? Showing you this is the end of the system, okay? And then you heard that they back in the, what she say, back in the 30s, I believe that's what she said. You heard in the video, they said they wouldn't even let a so-called black woman, okay, compete in the pageant. Okay? So you see what I'm getting at. You see the shift of power that's being and that's in play right now. Okay? We're starting to get our glory back as a nation. Okay? In the land where we were put to shame. And America throughout history has put our people to shame and still do it. Okay? But it's fading away. Okay? This is Psalms. Like I said, it's lucky if I'm all over the place. You know, it's just a lot of things I have to touch on. But let me see. Let me see where I'm gonna start at. I just started at one. It's not that much of a chapter, right? It's Psalm 75:1 says, "Unto thee, O Yahweh," which is the name of the Most High once again, "do we give thanks. Unto thee do we give thanks. For that thy name is near, thy wondrous works declare." And this is just one of them. Okay? We starting to we rising up because this man's falling. Okay? That's a work in itself. We waking up to the fact that we're Israelites. Okay? That's a work. That's the work of Yahweh. Okay? By Hashem Yahushua. Okay? When I shall receive the congregation, I will judge uprightly. The earth and all the inhabitants thereof are dissolved. I bear up the pillars of it. Selah. I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not up the horn. And the wicked, which are you Edomites, okay? The wicked, okay? You, for so long, have been lifted up. You have been exalted, okay? And you are proud too, okay? Lift not up your horn on high. Speak not with a stiff neck, which you do, and you're falling. Now the new thing amongst these Edomites is it's okay to be white. That's the new thing amongst them. Okay? They still got that problem. They're falling. They just trying to hold on to whatever power they have left, but it's not gonna work. Right? For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one and set up another. And they not our people, okay, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American in this society, did not we get put down as a nation? Or not we tried down by the Gentiles, as it said in the book of Matthew, I believe? Who was behind that? The Lord was behind that because we transgressed the law, statutes, and commandments. It's not because you just beat us because you were just that great. No, it was because our people broke the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, we drove the Most High to wrath, being His people. Okay, so He put us down and He set the wicked up. Okay, Daniel's 4, okay, and 17 tells you that. Okay, even Job 9:24, as I always quote. The earth was given, okay? By who? The Most High gave the earth into your hands for a little season, okay? But now, excuse me, for in the hand, it's the 8th verse, for in the hand of the Lord there's a cup, and the wine is red, and it is full of mixture, and He poureth out the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. And what's that going into? That's going into that cup. What? For one, you Edomites are getting ready to go into slavery. Two, okay, what you're seeing now, just the drugs, okay, just the division that's amongst you Edomites now, okay, on all levels. You, okay, being despised, as it says in the book of Obadiah, the 1st chapter, you being despised, or being small and despised amongst all the heathen nations, just all people in general. Okay, that's the cup that you're drinking. Okay, you're beginning to drink, and I just did a video on that. Okay, but I will declare forever. I will sing praises to the God of Jacob, which Jacob is Israel. Okay, all the horns of the wicked wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous, once again, which is Jacob, shall be exalted. Okay, that's what's happening. You seeing the Lord, okay, bring down this Edomite system, and slowly as he's doing it, okay, he's rising his people up, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and a majority of our people that watch this beauty pageant, they might not really realize what's really going on. They might just see it as, we finally getting our respect, which that's true, but what's going on is really prophecy. Prophecy is taking place. Okay, and I actually got another video that goes with this Miss Universe thing, because it's also a thing what you Ephraimites that I'm gonna do a video on probably tomorrow. This is Sirach. I started Sirach or Ecclesiasticus. I started 3. Actually, no, I started 4. And I probably just skip down. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And Esau, Edom, okay, the so-called white man, he is not a profitable ruler. Okay, what you see the results of him being in rulership. Okay, you got, as I always say, you got, the LGBTQ movement, which that's against the scriptures. Okay, you got chemtrails in the sky. When you go outside, it stinks outside. Okay, which that's ridiculous. You got uh nothing but death. You got GMO food. Okay, you got people in a bugged out, confused state. People committing suicide because they're depressed. Okay, deprived of something. Okay, you just have all everything that's just going wrong with the planet Earth. Okay, because you have an unwise ruler in place, and that is Esau, Edom. Okay, who is, according to the scripture, is as hell and is as death, according to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, the 5th verse. Okay, so he's been showing himself that he's an unprofitable ruler, that he cannot rule the earth. And this is why he's being ready. He's right now we're going into the process of him being taken out of power. That's why they about to fight tooth and nail, okay, to hold on to what they got. You seen them doing it now. Okay, that's why you see them saying make America great again, because they know they're going down. You wouldn't say that if you didn't know that you were going down. Okay. This is the 5th verse. In the hand of Yahweh is the prosperity of man, and upon a person of the scribe shall he lay his honor. Okay? Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong, and do nothing at all by injurious practices. And you people will get that and screwed. They'll say to, like these Edomites will tell you to love thy neighbor. It's not talking about you devils. It's talking about Israelites loving other Israelites. Israelites forgiving other Israelites. Not you. Why would we forgive our main adversary, man? Okay? The scriptures say you are our main adversary. Okay? The scriptures also say that Yahweh, the Lord, hates Esau, man. Over and over. Romans 9 and 13. Okay? Malachi 1 and 3. Okay? How repentance, Esau was rejected of his repentance in the book of Hebrews. It's showing you plenty of times in there. So why would we, okay, forgive you? But that's separate, okay? Let me continue on. Pride is hateful before Yahweh and man, and both doth one commit iniquity. Here's the point. It says, the earth, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, which this kingdom that you see, that's what this kingdom is. This kingdom was gotten by unrighteous dealings. How did you Edomites get America in the first place? You stole it from the tribe of Gad, which are the so-called Native Americans, and you nearly decimated them. Okay, then you brought the so-called Negroes over here. Okay, Judah. Okay, you might have brought some of the Benjamin, which is you so-called West Indies, and Levi, which is you so-called Haitians over here as well. Because we've been mixed and mingled, right? And what did you do? You caused them to build this empire, okay? on free labor, okay, aka slavery, okay. So all this is unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, man. And you've been passing that blood money down to this generation you see right now. But it's all gonna stop, okay. The kingdom is translated from one people to another, okay. And who is that gonna be? Okay, hold on. Let me get that definition of translated real quick. Then I'm gonna finish it off. Translate, express the sense of words and text in another language. Here's two. It says move from one place or condition to another. And what does the scriptures prophesy? Right? Let me end it with this. Some of you probably know where I'm going at. This is 2nd Ezra 6. And 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the pardon, son of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob, once again, you tribes, and Esau were born of him. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, but Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay? So riches from a certain empire, they're not destroyed. They're just passed on to another nation. And this is what's happening. You're seeing the translation of one kingdom to another. You're seeing the end of these Edomites empire or kingdom. And you're seeing who? As they go down, who is it being translated to? It's not being translated to China like the world keeps saying that China might take over, or Russia. It's being translated to what? Yasharala, Israel, okay? The Israelites, the true Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. And you're seeing just many things, if you have a spiritual eye, taking place to show you that. And this is just one of them, you know. But this is what's taking place, okay? We're getting our glory back, okay? So, you know, that was it. Just had to touch on that, you know. Might have ran it a little bit, but it is what it is. I got the scriptures I need to get, but Yahweh Ratazah, this was edifying. I just want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Shalom to the elect. Abad Babal, Abad Ha Ayabaya. Shalom once again to the elect. Kwam Yasharala.